Hello, I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications for Newton Public Schools, and I'm here to go over the October 5th newsletter for you. Now below, it is all written out. There's different videos and photos for you to look at and read. However, if you'd rather just listen, I can go over the highlights with you right now. First of all, we had a Board of Education recap article. And as always, this is not a full recap of everything that went on at the board meeting. They're just some highlights. So in that meeting on September 28th, the board decided to extend the green mode of learning through October 16th. Now, even though they did this, Superintendent Van Rinken will still be monitoring the numbers for the gating criteria until then to let the board know if there are any major changes and they need to change anything. The board also went over a few changes for operational and instructional sections of the strategic plan for this year, and we will actually go over that a little bit later in the superintendent's corner. There is a video of the full board meeting that has been captioned. Additionally, we have the new question for the Facebook Live Board of Education recap and Q&A, and again, that will be part of the superintendent's section. But there is the video of the Q&A, so if you'd like to check that out, feel free. All right, the superintendent's corner. We have some coronavirus statistics for you. The numbers during the week of Thursday, October 1st, at that time, there were 34 students quarantined, 2 staff quarantined, and 2 cases so far. We also went over, like I said previously, what we will do if there was a positive case. Now, we did this a couple of different ways to kind of illustrate the steps. So if there's a positive case, the principal will send a letter electronically to parents and staff within their buildings regarding the case. They will ensure that the district office is also aware of the case because we're tracking both active cases and quarantine numbers. We will follow any direction the health department gives us regarding contact tracing to ensure that we quarantine the necessary individuals to slow the spread. Now, we also kind of broke it up in a different way. We explained what the district will and will not do when there's a positive case. So this might sound familiar, but as I said, the district will notify parents and staff if there's a positive case. We will communicate and work with the Harvey County Health Department on contact tracing. Contact will also come from the Harvey County Health Department relating to cases within our county, and we will also be working with counties to assist with contact tracing and notifications outside of Harvey County. The district will validate questionable quarantine incidents or requests if they do not come from the county health department. We will monitor symptoms of students and staff. We will send students and staff home if they exhibit at least 2 of the symptoms. We will conduct extra cleaning in areas where infected individuals spent time, and we will work with families on providing educational opportunities in quarantine settings. Now, the district will not provide personally identifiable information of an infected person to students, staff, or the community. This would include, but is not limited to, the name, gender, grade level, class information, or any other personal identifier. The district will not immediately close the school for 1 positive case. They will not. He also went over the COVID-19 plan adjustments. So a lot of district leadership will meet about every other week to go over our plan and see what changes we need to make. On the operational side, this group decided that during outdoor recess and PE, no mask will be required when a student is physically exerting themselves. And they will still encourage social distancing. And additionally, birthday treats, this was a hot topic, they will no longer have to be individually wrapped, but they still will need to be prepackaged or store-bought. On the instructional side, for library, for students in grades 5, 6 at Santa Fe, they will bring the students to the library to check out the books only. And remote students are allowed to attend on campus for testing at the request of a parent. This will be arranged through building administration and teaching staff. Now, here's a couple new pieces of information you might need to know. First of all, we have a new question and feedback form. So the idea of this is getting you guys answers or receiving your feedback as quickly as possible. It's on all of their home websites, and you can just fill out the form. There's a couple different options, and the information will go to the person who will best be able to help you. And we hope that this kind of speeds up the process and makes it easier for you to make sure you understand what's going on, or for you to give us feedback. For food service, just a reminder, our next meal pickup will be Wednesday, October 5th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. for remote students. Since hybrid students are on site, they'll get their food there. You'll need to go to the West Stores at Newton High School. That's the senior entrance. The first time picking up meals, if it is your first time, you will need to have your students with you. Now, if you've participated in the last few weeks' meals pickup, you should already have like a card that has the number of students in your household that will need meals. And just a reminder, to make it easier on families, we're having you pick up the full week's worth of the meals at a time. Now, Latchkey, they will still be having Latchkey on October 9th, even if we won't be having school. However, things will be a little different this year. Instead of one central location, we'll have all 4 locations open. Parents will need to sign up by October 7th at 6 p.m. if they plan on sending their children. This helps us figure out staffing. Sign-up sheets will be at all 4 locations in the Latchkey offices, and parents may sign up at pickup, or they may sign up over the phone or email Haley Willis. Children do have to bring a sack lunch and water bottle. There isn't food service that day. All right, now we have something new going on in the district. It's the Newton High School Diversity Board. They started this board of teachers to help develop a way to strategically help the high school students and marginalized groups. The Diversity Board is made up of staff from every department, and they have an advisory board, which is made up of individuals from the community. The group will also receive input from a variety of student clubs and organizations at the school, and the Diversity Board will put together a strategic plan which includes professional development for staff. All right, Railer recognition. As a reminder, if you have someone you think deserves to be recognized, please email info@usd373.org with that information. First off is Sarah Friesinger. She is a school social worker at Student, and she was named the School Social Worker of the Year back in the spring. She was supposed to have received the award in the spring, but of course that was canceled. So she just accepted it virtually on September 25th. Beth Burns was the Kansas Art Educator of the Year, and Joanna Bergam passed her clinical social work license test and is now an LSCSW. Besides passing the test, she had to take a minimum of 2 years of 2,000 direct client contact hours and 150 hours of supervision. So way to go. Now we have staff shout-outs. Again, another reminder, if you know of a staff member that's gone above and beyond for your student, or you have a coworker that went the extra mile at USD 373, just let us know and we'll feature them there. And to feature them and to let us know, email info@usd373.org. Now, we had a long list of people that were featured in this section, so if you want to make sure, it's all the way at the bottom, so if you would like to look at everybody, their names are bolded so you can kind of see who's been featured. And again, if you have anybody you'd like to add for next time, email info@usd373.org. And that's all we have for the newsletter. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to use feel free to use our brand new questions and feedback form. And thank you so much for watching.